Hey guys, I'm going to do a tutorial this morning on my own makeup. I have none on today. We're going to do eyeshadows first. I'm going to use the Jaclyn Hill Morph palette. It's a very popular palette. A lot of people ask me about it. Just little colors. Check them out right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to prime my eyes first. I'm going to use 24-hour primer by Smashbox. I'm going to take a concealer brush, and it goes on clear. I'm just going to put it on just like this. So what a primer does is it's going to help keep your eyeshadows in place. It's going to keep them from wanting to crease and wanting to settle. A teeny tiny bit goes a long way, you guys. This one, like I said, is Smashbox. Urban Decay has a great one that you can use, and you can always use concealer as well. Get a little bit of hand sanitizer on my hands. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move over to, I'm going to try to use basic eyeshadow brushes for you guys. This is just the 213 basic eyeshadow brush from MAC. So I'm going to take my palette. This palette's pretty strong. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little bit of this lighter color here. Just a teeny tiny bit. And I'm going to put it on my lid. Take it up to my brow. I like to do eyeshadows first. That way I don't get a lot of makeup all over my face, like down in here. Do the other eye. And I'm just taking it all the way up to the brow. Try to be quick. You can go on, I call it Morph. Most people call it Morphe, but you can go Morphe.com. This palette is going to run you about 20 to 30 bucks. I use a lot of Morphe palettes because you get so much color, more bang for your buck. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here to this lighter color. I'm going to put this on my lid only. And I'm just stopping it right there in that crease. I'm not going to go up any higher. And then I'm going to switch over to this color. And I'll put this right here in the corner. And notice how I'm just kind of like dotting it. I'm wearing black today for work, so it's just, you know, a little bit of a eyeshadow look. That'll go well with my black. Pretty much wear black all the time. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to message me or respond down here. Okay, so see how I just have it in the corner? Just like that. And bring this one over just a little bit more. Okay, I'm wiping my brush off. And now I'm switching over to a blending brush, but it's a more, this one's a Smashbox. It's just more of like a tighter blending brush. And I'm going to take this color in my palette right here. And I'm just going to do it on the outside and go into that crease. Just like that. These have a lot of shimmer to them. So I do recommend that you do your eyeshadows first with these. That way you don't, if you get like a ton of shimmer down here, we can clean it up. If you have a smaller set eyelid, you may not need to do the color so far in, right in here. I'm just kind of blending that together. Just like that. Bring this one in a little bit more. Bring that one in a little bit more. I picked these warmer tones because I have hazel eyes. So depending on what type of eyeshadow colors I do, it'll make my eyes look more green or more brown. I did these warmer tones because it made my eyes look a little bit more green. People that have like blue-green eyes, it's a good little trick that you can use too. Okay, so now I'm coming down to this matte black color. Just going to dab it. Same thing, I'm just going to put it right here in the corner. Right over here in the corner. Just going to dab it. And that's just going to make it more dimensional in that crease. And I'm going to switch over to a bigger blending brush. This one's by MAC. And I'm just going to go over my whole eye. I'm just going to smooth out any impurities. So the next thing I'm going to do is going to take my Aveda eye makeup remover. I really like this eye makeup remover. There's no oil in it. Put it on a cotton round, and I'm just going to clean up underneath my eye. That way I can go straight into doing my concealer. I don't have to wait for oil residue to dry on my skin. See? Even though you don't realize you have a lot of foliage, you do. And if you get your ends too far out, these are a great way to just kind of go in there and just round it out. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put on my primer. This one's called Pores No More Luminizing Primer by Dr. Brandt. I got this one in my BoxyCharm box. Really like it. So it just goes on real smooth. I'm going to put it on all over. Sorry you guys, phone's ringing. That's okay. I share a space with RSVP Montgomery Magazine, so their phone rings from time to time. Alright, so I put primer all over my face. The next thing I'm going to do is this. Really like this. I actually got this out of my Ipsy bag. It's Ulla Henriksen's Banana Bright Eye Cream. And I really like this one because you can use it as a primer for underneath the eyes. I'm just dabbing it on my finger. But it has a little bit like an iridescence to it. So you just put it on all over. And it has like a cooling agent to it. And it helps with any fine lines. I don't know if you can kind of see that. This is a sample size. I'm definitely going to go buy a bigger size. But it's Ulla Henriksen. It's a skincare. And it's the Banana Bright Eye Cream. I don't know if you can see that or not. I know that's backwards. Okay, so prepped my skin. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use Boing by Benefit Brightening Concealer. Now, keep in mind, it's a brightening concealer. So if you have dark circles, you know, you're still going to probably have to do a colored concealer on top of it. And I'm using my concealer brush. Always make sure you use a concealer brush. Synthetic fibers. So I'm just putting this on all over. I've got this nice little zit right here. I don't know if you can see it, but I have a nice little sunspot coming up right there. I'm going to cover it too. And this just brightens out underneath the skin. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use foundation. This one is by It Cosmetics. It's called Bye Bye Lines Foundation. I like it. It has like a medium coverage to it. So I'm just going to get a couple pumps. And this is the light color. And I use different types of foundation brushes. Right now I'm using, I call them the spoon brushes. This one's by Anastasia Beverly Hills. They're great little brushes, but you can also just use, you know, regular foundation brush. I like brushes over sponges. I do make an exception for beauty blenders. I do like those type of sponges. So I'm just kind of dabbing my color all over my face. And now I'm just going to do circular motions and just start rubbing it in. Like I said, I feel like this has medium coverage to it. It's not like a full coverage. So if you want to use this in a full coverage, you probably have to add a little bit more color to you. But it does pretty good. I have a strawberry patch on my forehead, so it does a good job covering that. It's funny, my daughter has the exact same thing, except hers is on the back of her neck. She was lucky. She got it where you can't see it. Just gonna get a little bit more foundation. Turn that down a little bit. I blow my nose a lot. I have a lot of allergies, so I make sure to get around my nose really good. And always make sure you get down here through neck. I always see people's stop lines right here, so always make sure you get that too. Alright, so we got foundation on. So the next thing I'm going to do is concealer. I did the under eye brightening concealer. This one is just a regular concealer, it's Lorac Perfection concealer. I really like it, it's oil free. This color is in beige. This is my own personal. I don't use this at the studios, so that's why I put it on my skin. Little booger right there. A little bit goes a long way. Again, I'm just got a little bit of redness through there. Bringing it down, bringing it around my nose. I like to use my concealer brush with this, but I also like to go back with a beauty blender. I think it spreads it out a little bit more. Got that strawberry patch up there. This is the nude beauty blender. And it's not wet, it's dry. It's nude. It has no color to it. I have the pink ones too, so either one's fine. Okay. Alright, so I put concealer on top of my foundation. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of bronzer. And then I'm supposed to do some powder. Hang tight and go grab my bronzer. I forgot to get it out. Okay, sorry. Alright, so this is the Anastasia Glow Kit. I've showed you guys this one before. It's one of my faves. And Sun Dipped. So, I'm going to get this dark brown color. This is a Smashbox brush. It's just slanted. And I'm going to kind of do like a little bit of like a smile. Just to see where my cheekbone is. I'm going to push that bronzer up into it. Just like that. This just makes my cheekbones look more defined. Makes my face look slimmer. I do just a little bit right in there and a little bit right in there because I do have a little bit of a double chin going on. And then bring it up right in here. And bring it up right in here. Alright. Got bronzer going on. And then I'm going to take, this is a defined blending brush by MAC. It's very defined. I like to use it for like on the side of my nose. This is just, I'm going to hit it right here. And it's just going to make my nose look more slender. And bring it up to my brow. Outward, just like this. Ta-da! Alright. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get my powder. This is the Lorac. I'm trying it out, seeing how I like it. Perfection. And this is actually the Aveda Kabuki brush. It's like one of my favorite brushes. Love it. I'm just going to get a little bit. When in doubt, blend it out. I'm going to start down here and I'm going to work my way up. Circular motions. So what that's going to do is going to not completely cover up my bronzer, but it's going to cover up those lines. Bring it down. So I still have my bronzer. It's just highlighted more of my cheekbones. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take another blending brush. I'm going to get my powder. And I just use this one for under the eyes and around the nose. Sometimes I might still have a little bit of my bronzer through there, so this just kind of helps smooth it out too. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is get my blush. This is the Too Faced Something About Berry. Just a multiple color. I just think it's cute. I just run my brush through the whole thing, just like that. I smile, start at my Adam's apple, and I work my way all the way up to my cheekbone. And I'm just kind of staying along to where we did the bronzer. I like to run my makeup into my hairline because to me it makes it look more natural. And if you ever put on your blush and you feel that you have too much, just a little tidbit, you can always go back with your powder and run it right back over it, and it just softens it up. And then I'm going to go back to my Anastasia Glow Kit. I'm going to take the color Summer. And this, I call this my Don King brush because it looks like his hair. But it's by MAC as well. And so I take it, this one's really great for shimmers. And I like to run my shimmers around my eye just like this. A little bit down the nose. I don't like to do a whole lot down the nose. And over here. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is the brows. I got this one in my BoxyCharm kit too. It's called Brow Power by It Cosmetics. And it's just a pencil. I usually like to wear powders, but I like it. It's got a little brush on the end. Smooth down my wild hairs here. Brows make all the difference in your look. I have very thin brows, so I like to color them in a little bit farther on the right out here. Don't be afraid of brows. See what a difference it makes? Another tidbit, when you get your brows waxed, don't go to the Vietnamese places. Most of them they don't clean their wax. 90% of them don't. So it's just not sanitary. You don't need to get your brows waxed while they rub it on your feet. Then you take it to a separate room, multiple waxing machines. It's just, you know, you gotta think you're probably the 100th person that have sat in that pedicure bowl which has gotten their brows waxed. And half the time, they don't analyze your brow. They just put it on, rip it off, and you don't have any brows. If you go to a brow technician, you'll get such better results. You can also get your brows tinted. I go to Kelly Hoots at Doug's, and so she waxes mine and colors them in for me. Okay, so now we're going to go back to the eyes to do our eyeliner. So I like to do my eyeshadows a lot for my eyeliners. So I'm going to switch over to this teeny tiny little brush right here. It's one of my faves. It's called the 220 brush. And I'm going to get this lightest color that we did on the lid. And I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it right here up underneath my eye. Notice I stopped halfway. Up underneath your lashes. That way you don't get it in there. So I'm going to take the brown that we did in the corner. I'm going to run it like this. See how I just kind of connected that? So I've got color up underneath my brow. Up underneath my eye. But it's not like super, super raccoon heavy. And then I am going to go over with a black liner. This one is just a simple black liner. I think I got it at Lancome. And I'm just doing small little strokes. Just like that. And up underneath, just like that. Remember, ladies, don't share your makeup, especially your eye makeup. If you've been to one of my classes, you know I talk about it all the time. It's just nasty. That's how you get eye styes and pink eye and all that. So I just did a little bit of just a black. And so now, if you want to do a liquid, you can. But I kind of want mine to be a little bit more smokier. So I'm going to come back and get this black eyeshadow that we did earlier in the corner. And I'm just going to go over it. Just like that. So it just made it smokier, but it just softened it up. And then I'm going to use my eyelash curler. This one is Tweezer Man. So when you do your eyelashes, you want to kind of start and just knead them out just like this, all the way to the tip. Don't take it and like crunch down hard, because all that's doing is just going to break in your eyelashes. So you just take it and you just knead it. I'm not going to do false eyelashes today because I'm just running errands, like kitty errands for my child today. So grocery store, gotta go to the library, all that good stuff. I'm just feeding it out, just like that. And so now I'm using my Smashbox mascara primer. I really like this one. It's really good. It goes on white, and it just helps make your lashes thicker. And I like the brush on it. It's like dual-sided. And like I said, this is all my own makeup. That stays at my house for me. It does not go in my kit. If it goes in my kit, I would be using all my disposables. I keep my personal makeup and my kit makeup separate. Alright, see? And so now, I'm going to use my mascara. I'm using the Real Benefit. I like it. Not one of my faves because I feel like it gets messy. I do like the little point on the end though. I do like that. So I'm going to start my bottom lashes first. Get that little point, get the inside lash going. See? Oops. See? It makes a mess. So when you make a mess like I just did, leave it and let it dry. If I tried to wipe that off right now, I would just have a big black smear on my face. The best thing to do is just to let it dry. See, this is why I'm not crazy about this mascara, because I'm looking up doing this and now look at all that. I do like it though. I think it's just too wet. So, any suggestions on mascara that you guys like? Let me know. I'm always up to trying different ones. I've tried all the Smashbox. The full exposure, I really like it. I love Lancome. But anything else, let me know what you like. I really do like this little pointy tip though. Look, you don't need to coat your lashes and giving yourself tarantula eyes. Alright, I'm gonna grab my Q-tips. Alright, so now I gotta clean up all my little messes. So I'm just taking a Q-tip, putting it in just a little bit of makeup remover. And this is the dry end, just to kind of wipe it clean. And I'll go back over that with my powder. Oops, see how it smeared? Like it wasn't fully dry. That's a freckle. Alright. So let that dry. Powder. Blending brush. Go back over it. Okay. And so now I'm going to put on my lipstick. This is Amore Matte in pink. It is called Sweetheart. I really like these. They're by Milani. You can get them at Walgreens. They smell really good. I like this color. It's really bold. But like I said, I'm just running errands today. So I'm going to blot it. And then I'm going to put just a little bit of a lighter color on top of it. This one is another Amore Matte. Really like these. And Hottie Brulee. It's, oops, Milani. Ugh. I don't know if you can read that or not. Hottie Brulee. This one's actually goes in my kit, so I'm using a wand. And like I said, they smell like frosting. Alrighty. So that's my look for today. If you guys have any questions, feel free to message me. If you have any questions about what some of the products are that I used, feel free to message me. Like I said, the lipsticks came from Walgreens. The eyeshadows you can order offline. And then the rest of the products I think I got like at Smashbox. Sephora or Ulta. So just let me know if you have any questions or anything. If you like today's look. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you soon.